Niles and his men did not sheathe their swords right away. Instead, Niles frowned and surveyed the tavern down below him. As he spoke, he addressed the entire room. "Who is it that dares speak out now? What business is this of yours?" Together, all of them searched to find the source of the booming voice. "Niles Raven. It seems I've overestimated you. I would never have guessed you'd be so nefarious as to taunt a man into striking the first blow, only so you could plan to mercilessly kill him in public without legal repercussions. How dare you call yourself a noble?" Everyone in the tavern looked around, confused. Nobody could locate the source of the voice. Niles grimaced as he peered into the poorly lit room beneath him. "Who is it that challenges my honor? Show thyself at once." Suddenly, a silhouette shifted in a darkened corner of the room. A figure of a man with a mug in his hand leaned against a wooden beam. "Save your breath, Niles. Unlike you, ravens, I have no issue with exposing my true intent." In a flash, the figure leapt out of the darkness and landed on the top of the stairs beside Nathan. The man smiled at Niles, Michael, and the other troublemakers as he took a step forward with a hand on the hilt of his thin rapier sword. Nathan marveled at the young man's demeanor in light blue armor. He reminded Nathan of someone else he knew, but he couldn't quite put his finger on it. Michael scowled as he spat blood from his mouth and spoke in a lisp as he rushed toward the man. "How dare you rush to that scoundrel's defense? I'll—" "Shut up, you idiot." Niles grabbed Michael before he could finish his threat and threw him out of the reach of the newcomer. Niles' own sneering face was replaced with a look of absolute fear. He quickly sheathed his sword and motioned for his men to do the same. Reluctantly, they followed his instructions. Niles looked at the ground as he timidly addressed the newcomer. "Sir Ian Lightstone, my lord, apologies for the disturbance. I've heard a lot about you. Michael Clay was quick to speak there, but he is only a weak little fool. Please pay him no mind." Michael frowned as he got up and blurted out once more in a lisp, "Sir Ian Lightstone? Sir Ian? Could it really be him?" Annoyed, Niles turned to his companion once more. "Yes, you dolt. Now shut up and kneel before him for forgiveness." With that, Niles and his men all knelt before Sir Ian Lightstone, the firstborn son of the High Lord Lightstone himself. He was well known throughout the fiefdom as one of the greatest spiritual warriors in Godric's land, and the bards often sang of his many great deeds. Nathan chuckled as he shook his head and sheathed his own sword. "Sir Ian Lightstone? No wonder he looked familiar. He's the spitting image of his younger brother, Stuart Lightstone. Even the way they speak is similar. Just from the way he intervened right now, I can tell he's an honorable man. It seems out of all the houses in the realm, House Lightstone is made up of good, honest folk. I guess it's no surprise why they're the most powerful high house in the fiefdom, beneath the Duke's own family." At the same time, many of the tavern patrons were taking notice of the commotion. "Is that truly Sir Ian Lightstone up there? Whoa, incredible. I had no idea that today I'd be lucky enough to witness so many noble family offspring in one place. Especially Sir Ian himself. He hardly ever shows his face in public. This is quite the occasion." Although the Raven and Clay families were known to frequently announce their presence when they entered the various restaurants and shops of the city, it was extremely rare to see anyone from House Lightstone, or even House Hayfield, for that matter. This wasn't due to them going out any less than the other noble houses. Instead, it was simply because the Lightstones and the Hayfields rarely announced their presence to the common folk. They had no desire to show off in the way that House Raven did. Finally, Michael Clay bent even lower than the others as he knelt. His lisp was as bad as ever. "Sir Ian, I beg your pardon, sir. I was in the wrong just now. I hope you can forgive me." Although Michael would have loved to have run Nathan through with his blade, He knew that he could get away with no such thing while Sir Ian was present. Sir Ian nodded his head. "Very well, then. You all may rise." Niles nodded back and sighed as he stood up. "Since this was just all a bad misunderstanding, we'll take our leave now." Sir Ian moved out of the way and allowed the boys to exit down the stairs. As they began to leave, Michael couldn't help but whisper harshly at Nathan. "Consider yourself lucky, Hayfield. Next time, you might not be so lucky." With that, Michael went to follow the others down the stairs. But Nathan stopped him, grabbing his shoulders and speaking loud enough for all to hear. "If that's the case, then why not settle it now, man to man? A duel with your lackey's help. The weather is warm, and it's as good a day as any to kick the pebbles out of my shoes." The crowd inside the tavern gasped at Nathan's provocative words. Nobody had thought Nathan would say anything to Michael after nearly getting skewered by the 5 boys. In truth, Nathan appreciated Sir Ian's honorable words, but he hadn't been worried at all by the fight, and he was still furious at Michael for his venomous jests aimed at Amelia. There were many thoughts of vengeance on Nathan's mind, and he wished to end things with Michael quickly. At this point, even if Michael Clay didn't accept the challenge, Nathan knew he'd have to find a way to kill him eventually. Niles' ears perked up at the challenge, and he swung around to see the excitement in Michael's eyes. Sir Ian sighed as Niles smiled at him. "See, Sir Ian, it's not that we want to pester him, it's just that he doesn't plan on settling the matter peacefully." Niles spoke quickly, nervous that Nathan might change his mind and that their plan might once again be thwarted. Sir Ian scratched his head. I don't know about this." Sir Ian knew that Nathan had done well on the spiritual warrior examinations, but that meant that he was only a high-level beginner. "Nathan's probably only level 8, whereas there are many rumors that Michael is on the verge of breaking into the apprentice level. Although the difference between them is slight, I doubt Nathan has the strength to defeat Michael on his own. Drats, why couldn't the Hayfield boy just let things be? Even after I went out of my way to help him, he still courts danger." Sir Ian turned to Nathan and gave him a quizzical look. "Are you sure about this? Young warriors your age shouldn't be so impulsive because of a few ill-spoken words." Sir Ian worried about Nathan and his sister because of his brother Stuart's kind words regarding them. He knew that saving the Hayfields from the Ravens was the right thing to do, but Nathan had thrown a real wrench in his plans.
Please subscribe to the Pocket FM YouTube channel and press the bell icon for instant notification. Check out our channel for more such exciting shows.